Today we're looking at what I call a thief in the night. And we start with a song. You're my brother, you're my sister. So take me by the hand. Together we will work until he comes. There's no foe that can defeat us when we're walking side by side. As long as there is love, we will stand. Of course, there are many kinds of stories with thieves, and of course, to put the record straight, they don't always strike at night, even though our podcast title says "A Thief in the Night." I recall someone saying that thieves that we laid them, they were in a vehicle, and then told them to produce their valuables. And one person denied having any kind of any money on him. They proceeded to search this individual and got tons of money from him. And the thieves were saying, this is what is destroying this country. People can't even tell the simple truth. That's one experience. There's this other friend of mine who said he was coming back at night, and then some young boys waylaid him, produced guns, and told him to bring everything that he had. That as he was giving them, they say, is there anything else? I said, no, sir, nothing else with me, sir. They said, okay, start running. He said, yes, sir. Then he decided to run. I mean, these things are not funny. They can actually be very traumatic. But we also have an example in scripture of someone that fell among thieves. And we can learn a lot from this experience. Luke chapter 10, verse 30, Jesus was the one speaking. A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves who stripped him of his clothing, wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Now, by chance, a certain priest came down that road, and when he saw him, he passed on the other side. This is the religious leader. He didn't even want to even bother to see, what had befallen this person or to assist in any way. He didn't even come around. He just went the other way. Likewise, a Levite, another religious leader, when he arrived at the place, came and looked. He came, it wasn't like the priest. He came and looked, and passed by the other side. So he was fully aware of what had transpired and that this person was in real agony, but he still wasn't willing to help. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. So he went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, and he set him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. On the next day, when he departed, he took out 2 denarii, gave them to the innkeeper, and said to him, take care of him, and whatsoever more you spend, when I come again, I will repay you. So which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to him who fell among the thieves? And he said, he who showed mercy on him. Then Jesus said, go and do likewise. We are supposed to show the love of Christ. Our religion should not be such that does not produce action. And the reason why this is even a more interesting case is the way the Samaritans were perceived by the Jews. They were looked down upon completely. In fact, when you are referred to as a Samaritan, it was like, you couldn't go beyond that. It was, the very least of individuals. And that's why, in fact, they laid this accusation against the Lord. Then answered the Jews and said to him, say we not, well, that thou art a Samaritan and as a devil. So they, in the same breath, referring to a Samaritan and the devil. But this is the person that showed compassion. And this is the person that the Lord is saying we should be like that particular individual. So like we started with our song, you're my brother, you're my sister. Let's show for the love of Christ in all that we do, so that we can advance the gospel through the love that we show.